I will show you how to solve the problem when the gearbox holes for the bushings and bearings are too big and the bearings have too much slack. So the problem is that the gearbox has to keep firmly in place the bearings and bushings, especially because if they start turning with the gears, the gearbox will wear off and then the slack will be bigger and bigger in time. And this is something you want to avoid because it is first a very expensive part, and the material is made of aluminum and it's not meant for wear and tear. And this is why we use bushings and bearings. This is a G&G gearbox, and especially in this case the slack is huge. You can see how the bushing falls out, and this is something very bad that we want to fix. In some cases where this slack is not this big, you can use a drop of glue, like a super glue or thread lock, but in these cases the slack is just too big and you have to use something else. I found that a very good solution is to use a piece of tin foil because it is cheap and it's very easy to work with, and at the end of the day it's the same material basically that the gearbox is made of. So you take a piece of aluminum foil, you tear it and you wrap the border of the bushing or a bearing. Just in this case one turn will be enough. Okay, then you insert it into the gearbox, you push it. You have to push it really hard, because if you don't push it enough, it will spoil the shimming, and in time you will get more slack in the direction of the axis, and the gears might start grinding against each other. So when you insert it, you just use your fingernail to take off the excess of the foil from one and the other part. You can use an X-Acto knife or a small screwdriver or whatever. Just be careful if you have these pieces of tin foil not to shorten the ETU or MOSFET or other electronics that you might have inside. Okay. You clean it, and basically that's it. Now you have a firm bushing that's sitting inside the gearbox.